Here's some wild chives that were planted, and looks like they're going to flower here right away. They were planted just last year. There's another one that looks like it's going to flower. Well, that one might not, but 2 out of 3 is pretty darn good, and that's relatively soon too, so can't wait to come back and see what those look like. This is some recently planted Helianthus passiflorus rhomboideus. It's doing quite nicely where it's planted there. Right beside it is an oval-leafed milkweed, or Asclepias ovalifolia. And that one typically doesn't come up until another couple of weeks for me. We'll see if it comes up. It was planted last year. Often it comes up, but it's been a very wet year, and it's not usually a wet-loving species, so we'll see what happens. This is my tufted hairgrass. There it is. We'll see how that does compared to some of the other grasses that are kind of working in on it. Hopefully it establishes itself quickly and well. That is a grass that I planted. That's probably another one that I planted. And it's in here. This is a Liatris ligulistylis that was planted here just a couple of weeks ago. And we'll see how it does, but it's still green, and that's a good sign. Hopefully it gets better established than it currently is. This is a peat plug that was planted about 3 or 4 weeks ago, and I believe that this one is could be a Bebb's willow, might be a pussy willow, but it's definitely a willow. Planted here. This is quite attractive and coming out. Look at this. I'm not sure what it is. I'm not even sure if I planted this one or not, but there's a couple of other seed heads coming. It's looking nice. It's right there. We'll see. We'll identify it when I get home. See what it is. And you know what else is close to the water's edge is this other willow that I planted. It's looking good. There's also some invasive thistles there, and I'm also at the water's edge. I can also see a whole bunch of mint, the Arvensis mint. This is a Helianthus nuttallii that is doing really well here. It's growing amongst a whole bunch of like invasive, looks like a spurge or maybe a bird's foot trefoil. That's an invasive plant, but there's a bunch of them, and some of them are doing quite nicely. This is a well-established patch that was here. It's already got 1.5 feet, 2 feet of growth at the biggest spots. It's doing quite well, and those will make really nice flowers later in the season. Follow along, and I can show you exactly how it does later in the season. Like, comment, subscribe. This is starting to come up, I believe. I'll touch the leaf here and smell my fingers. Yep, that is the bee balm, Monarda fistulosa. You can tell by the smell of the leaves. It's quite attractive. Some people eat it and add it to salads, or so I've heard. And it's right among a whole bunch of Helianthus nuttallii, or the common tall sunflower. This Agastache funiculum is doing extremely well compared to a bunch of the other ones I have around. It's got nice big leaves. It's doing well. Hope it continues to do quite well. Of course, we also have a larch here that's planted recently. And of course, we got some even more bee balm that was planted here as well. That's kind of neat to see. Everything all growing together close. This is an erigeron, looks like an erigeron philadelphicus, or a Philadelphia Fleabane with a wild strawberry that's planted there too. And there's also a bunch of an invasive vetch here that might wipe it out and smother it. We'll have to see what happens over the next little bit. But I'll continue to watch for this. This is a nice one. Easy to collect seed from and grow again. Oh, there's a Heterotheca villosa, or a hairy false golden aster that's also right close by here. Very attractive. Follow along, you'll see the nice yellow flowers later in the season. Like, comment, subscribe. Not sure exactly what this is, but it's definitely purposely been planted here. Not sure if it was me or somebody else. We'll come back and get some updates. Looks like whatever it is was kind of flowering last year and left some stalks. Take a closer look. This is a Gaillardia aristata, and you can already see the seed head kind of forming on it. It's looking pretty nice. We'll have to see how it performs for the rest of the year. You can see some anise hyssop, some more anise hyssop, and some other species that are growing here too. Oh, nice. Oh, nice. Some kind of thistle, perhaps. Might be a native one. We'll have to follow it along, see what it is. Attractive. We got an Alaskan Harebell and a Geum triflorum, or a Prairie smoke. Three flowered avens right here. This is some wild strawberry and some Heterotheca villosa, hairy false golden aster, that are growing close together here. This is a nice pussy willow that's growing and well established here. Hopefully it'll shade out some of these bad thistles that are here and disadvantage them so that they can be removed. This is a Bebb sedge that was planted near the water's edge, and there's some common tall sunflower, or